Hey, what's up? So I got a couple of here. We're gonna do a twofer, a TWOSUN twofer. So this is kind of an oddity. I guess we'll go here first. These are both purchases that I made on the secondary market. So they're not new from TWOSUN, but they're basically new knives from the secondary market, both from eBay. So let me stick that one up there, and we'll get through these. This one, I'm gonna check it in, and we'll check it out. This one, I kind of have already messed with a little bit, but we're not gonna check it in. We're just gonna check it out. So it says it's a TWOSUN, but I'll be honest. I mean, I've seen many of these on eBay, and there's nothing really about this that says it's a TWOSUN. So it's a little leather pouch, and then it's got this little razor in it. How about that? So, and then it literally comes with a keychain, so you can hang it on your keychain. Now, I will say, like I said, I have seen several versions of this exactly like this on like AliExpress or DH Gate. Hey, is it truly a TWOSUN in D2 steel, or is it just some version of it? I don't know, but it was advertised as a TWOSUN, and the package says TWOSUN. So I'm going to treat it as such. I'm going to put it in my collection. So I don't know. It's clearly a novelty knife. It's kind of interesting. It's never going to go on my keychain, but I don't know. Kind of cool, I guess, if you had to cut something. Maybe the only thing left to say is it sharp? Are you ready? Are we going to see if it's truly sharp? So yeah, pretty wicked sharp, right? So I'm gonna put it in my collection as a TWOSUN. Is it really? I don't know. One of y'all can answer. It's pretty sharp though. Is it truly D2? I mean, that's another good question. I don't know. Kind of oddity. This does provide kind of a little handle. You can kind of pull back on that. So here's what I did. I took it out of that package. This was really dried out. So I took some mink oil and really rubbed that in. I also coated that blade with it, and I let it sit for, I don't know, it's been sitting in there for a while like that. It's a lot more supple. This leather's kind of restored because it was dry like cardboard, and now it's pretty supple now. So that's what I did to it. Yeah, pretty cool and kind of sharp. Yeah, nice little novelty piece, I guess. All right, let's. You know what? I'm gonna put it. Actually, I'm not gonna put it back in there. We'll just fold all that up and move on to knife number 2. I don't know. Can you even consider that a knife? That'd be a good question. Is that really a knife? All right, here's the next one. So this is a TS70 titanium and D2. And it was represented. Actually, I think I got this one off of Facebook, off of one of the TWOSUN Facebook sites. And it's everything that the seller said it was. And the seller was awesome, wonderful, very attentive, and chatted me up. I mean, was a real person, and and the knife is everything that he said it was. It's a brand new knife. It's never been sharpened, factory edge, and what a cool little piece, huh? A TS70. So I don't know. It's a night morning design in D2. It's got a lot of really nice, intricate milling on the titanium. You got some horizontal and some vertical. Neat little pocket clip. We'll see how that runs. Yeah, same milling. It's got that same millwork, that horizontal and vertical on this side. And then I don't know what that blade's actually called, but it's pretty cool. Reminds me of a razor. Fair grip. But hey, we're going to check this one in. So let's get to it. The little feather razor was kind of just a bonus. I thought it was neat enough that, in fact, if it was a TWOSUN, be pretty cool to have it in the collection. So somebody may know, yeah, hey, that's legit. It's actually was sold under the TWOSUN banner at one time. Or I've been duped. Yeah, so it's pretty cruddy in here. I'm glad to get it open. Yeah. 100% I'm going to improve that action based on what it was. It wasn't bad. Oh, look at this. Wow. It's got an integral backspacer. Oh, wow. I did not know that that was there. So how do I not go down this road? Because I'm pretty sure that another Chinese manufacturer just recently came out with an integral backspacer, not so unlike this one right here. Look at that. It's a little different in that this one's been milled into the scale, whereas the one on the Wii knife actually goes on the outside of the scale and helps create integrity. But this one's going to do the exact same thing from this position because it's holding the knife together this way. Maybe it doesn't do as much from the outside as it would from the outside. But look at that. That is awesome. So to that point, there's a video coming. Actually, by the time this is viewed, I probably can say this. So if you're following my channel, by the time this video drops, you'll have seen a video. I'm trying to think if I should say this, but by the time you watch this, the video I'm about to talk about has already dropped. So I literally did a review. I did a comparison of and if you follow my channel, you know where I'm going because you've seen the video. But I did a Wii versus TWOSUN video. And I compared a Wii knife to a TWOSUN knife. And so look at this. Here's this old TWOSUN model with an integral backspacer. How about it? That is awesome. So if you follow my channel, you saw the comparison between the Wii and the TWOSUN, and the TWOSUN won in my comparison. And there were several reasons why I picked the TWOSUN over the Wii. Some were functional. Some were kind of form. But as far as fit and finish, I couldn't tell the difference, and I most assuredly couldn't tell the difference between the fact that you could buy the TWOSUN and another basic $100 knife for the price of the Wii. And man, these TWOSUNs have come a long way. And it's interesting to say they've come a long way, considering this is an older model. This model, not all small numbered TWOSUNs are older models. They'll retro number some of these. All of a sudden there'll be a new model released, and it's number 118 or whatever. I think they just had a gap in models in a certain. I don't know how they pick those model numbers, but some of them they go retro back and they get a lower number. Why they do that, I don't know. How they determine that, I can't tell you. If that's a slot saved for a particular designer, or they just as an afterthought go, hey, let's use that number. I don't know. But this, I do believe, is an older version knife. It's been out there for a while. And it's just, how awesome is that to see that integral backspacer? Like, I really thought that we had done something unique and really awesome. And lo and behold, TWOSUN, I think, did it first. Way ahead of time. Way ahead of their time. How about it? Look at that. Man, that is just... I love finding these little things. And look at the fit and finish. You know, it's one of the things that I did in that comparison video is and I think what drove me to do it is because there's been some TWOSUNs coming out, newer models, that the fit and finish, the engineering, the design, and then the execution from the manufacturing side have just been, I mean, off the charts. Just so good. And you know, it's forced me to say, I'm not really sure that I see the difference between, say, a higher end WE knife and some of these TWOSUNs that are coming down the pipe right now. I mean, look, this is an older version, but look at the tolerances here. Look at the fit on this. Sure. Let me drop stuff and create work. But yeah, you can go back quite a ways on this knife, I believe. And the millwork is pretty substantial, pretty fantastic. But the stuff that's coming out now is, I mean, from a design and execution standpoint, I personally think that WE has stepped up their game, but so has TWOSUN's game. But they're not the only ones. There are a lot of Chinese manufacturers that are really doing a good job of upgrading their knife manufacturing. Now, are they at the level of a Riot? I don't know. Riot's done a great job of kind of separating themselves from the pack and kind of being a standalone, as they don't even get in the conversation. You talk about WE and, you know, Senkut's doing better, and, you know, TWOSUN, and, you know, there's a bunch of others, and they're in that conversation. But Riot's done a good job of avoiding the conversation altogether, like they're on a different level. But I mean, at some point, you know, me personally, I'm looking at these knives, and I'm just saying, I'm not sure what they could have done better from an execution aspect. Now, sometimes design work, you go, yeah, they didn't really think that through, or that was an afterthought. Let me check that tension. Feels pretty good. Yeah, look at that drop. Wow. Let me check that tension again. I mean, that thing is just money now. But I'm going to put a little drop on that detent ball, because that detent is substantial on this knife. It's not overdone. I think it's just where it needs to be, but it is substantial. I'm gonna move this stuff, and we'll finish checking this knife in. Okay, quick wipe down. Yeah, so that's pretty awesome to find that integral backspacer on this older TWOSUN. Very nice. Okay, let's run that action just a little bit more so we can commentary. I mean, it's not it's not a guillotine drop, but man, that's fall shut. It really is. Just a little coaxing, and that thing will just run right into that case. It's wonderful. Very nice. It's got a good acoustics too. You hear that coming out? Sounds good. It's got a good authority. Blade centered. Look at the thickness of that blade stock in there. Very centered. I mean, it's going to reveal any flaws the way that that blade steel is. I like this, man. This is a good looking knife. The way that it's presented. It's got internal stop pins. Very nice. So the action, I mean, it's just top shelf. It's really nice. There's no play in this blade at all. Up, down, side, side, twist. Really a quality piece. It's done well. The fit and finish, you know, like that particular part right there. The blade, the backspacer, the scales, all of it is just tolerant so well, and the fit and finish of it. I mean, I'm kind of drooling over a little bit, so I mean, I think I'll let it go, but let's move on to the grip. So it's got a nice little finger guard with some excellent jimping on it. Very aggressive. So it does bite. You can actually see where it's biting into my finger right there. I hope you can see it, but it's biting in. So if I get a good strong grip there, I'm not going to say that it's very confident, but that's a confident grip. Now, you're not poking nothing with this. That's a blunt end. So, I mean, it's kind of a moot point, but from a slicing perspective, this is capable of a very strong grip. There's no hot spots anywhere here. I can sort of feel these little edges here, but they're not hot. It's not hurting me in any way. Really nice grip. You can feel all this texture in here, but everything's smoothed off properly, so there's no pokey, pointy parts. Very nice. Let's check the clip. Got my trusty, hey, I got another pair of these in, and I got them in this, it's called blue, but it's not denim blue. It's like a, I like it. It's like a slate blue. Yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, all right, thick material. Where are we going? Got to kind of, I can already see I'm going to have to try to coax that thick material under that clip. And I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it without picking it up. And it's a short clip. So, I mean, I might have to fail this big material. I think I'm going to have to. I don't think it'll get over. Oh, there, I picked it up over it. If I pick it up over it, it runs, but then it bunches up. It won't finish to the top. It's too narrow. So, yeah, I'm gonna say on thick material, if you got thick bibs or work pants or wherever you're keeping this, in a vest, whatever, if you were gonna try to hang it on some webbing, how about just standard jean size material? Even that is a two-handed proposition. Now, once I clear the lip, it runs really well. Yeah, so I really like the clip once I can get it over the lip. So once I clear that spot, it runs really well. But man, I'm not a big fan of this clip there. Like, it's a two-hand operation all day long. I've got the same shorts on right now. I'm going to try and put it in my pocket and see if I was to put it in my pocket, how would it go? Yeah, so if I'm putting it in my pocket and I'm holding this, it's two-handed, but it runs good. I'm going to try my back pocket now. Yeah, I can't get it in my back pocket. So, I'm going to say on the clip. It's short. Now, can it be manipulated? Probably. But the way that I got it, the way that this knife probably arrived new, meh. It's a bummer. It's a good clip, but it needed to be about a 1/4 inch longer at least, so it had a little more flex, and then it needed to be just a little bit deeper. But anyways, we could talk about what knives need all day long. I tend to avoid that. So let's just call it the way we see it. I'm going to say the pocket clip's a fail. It's just too hard to function. Can it be changed? Probably. Like if I was to manipulate it, I think I can make it run better. But as arrived, no good. Safety. Yeah, there's no catching this blade on the back strap just because of this wonderful integral backspacer. How cool is that, man? All right, and the tip, yeah, there's no catching that tip there either. So the pocket clip's a no-go, but the safety on the knife, you're going to put it in your pocket. Once you manipulate this clip, you can put it in your pocket. You're not going to run any risks of cutting yourself with it. Sharpness. I wonder if it cuts. Sure looks like it does. And I don't know if the speaker picked it up. It shouldn't have picked up anything because this went through that paper almost silently. Like razor blade sharp. 100%. Let's talk about pricing and availability. So that's definitely a not good part of this knife is that I can't find it available anywhere. I was fortunate enough to find the knife and a seller, and I picked it up for quite a bit under $50. So for it to be such a rare knife, and I say rare only because I don't see them anywhere. and if I don't see them anywhere, I'm going to put them in the rare category. It's old enough that I don't think it's going to show up in production anymore. So this is a secondary market piece. And yeah, so the seller that I got this from through Facebook, through the TWOSUN, one of the TWOSUN owners or followers pages, was amazing. And I definitely made a point out of letting him know that it was a wonderful transaction, and he was a real gentleman and gave me an amazing price on this wonderful knife. So I appreciate him for that, and my collection is definitely better for it. No doubt about it. Appreciate you watching.